How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, we're going to go through the amazing weekend of rugby that we have all just experienced. And, you know, spoilers, Bordeaux versus the Sharks and Toulouse versus Leicester. Absolutely, absolutely amazing games. But we're going to break down each game as it happened through the weekend. Let me know who your favorite, well, what your favorite team was, and were you happy with the result that you got? So, without further ado, let's break down the Champions Cup fixtures. So, it started off on Friday with Ulster versus Exeter. Ulster put an absolute spanking to Exeter, beating them 52-24. That was a beautiful, beautiful game to watch. You had tries from Izuchukwu getting a hat trick of tries, McCann with two, Timoney, Herring, Carson, all with one, and conversions from Doak and Cooney. Exeter with tries from Brown Bampo, Vincent, Tuima, Wimbush, conversions from Hayden Wood and Skinner. So it was a good game, relatively high scoring game, a lot of fast action, hard hits. Some of the play was good, but Ulster proved themselves just a little bit too strong, a little bit too fast. So that was a very, very good way to start off the Champions Cup weekend and the final. I believe it's the final pool stage. So everyone here was vying for their position to qualify. Obviously, some teams had already qualified. Teams like the Saints, Toulouse, Bordeaux, and so on. Leinster, they had already qualified. So it was more just technicalities for them. Obviously, some teams are still vying for qualification. Um, but yeah, what a brilliant weekend. Let's crack on to yesterday. So Bulls versus Stade Francais. This is a game that I did not expect the score from. I really, really did not. I mean, the Bulls put through 48 against Stade Francais. Stade Francais managed to try, but that was it. We had a penalty try. Williams, Papier, Papier. That's Afrikaans for paper. So whenever I hear that, I think it's kakpapier. Vermaak, Lowe, Chamberlain, Hanekom, Cameron Hanekom getting on with that try again. Like, this guy, he's one for the future. And I wouldn't even say he's one for the future. He's the one for the now. This guy is just ridiculous. If you guys don't know who Cameron Hanekom is, you better watch him. You better watch out for the 2027 World Cup because he's getting that start. And I feel sorry for everybody. I really do. Conversions from Goosens, Chamberlain, and then a penalty from Chamberlain as well. Stade Francais with Makalou, and it was converted by Carbonell. Yeah, that was a beating. Personally, I was expecting Stade Francais to come through with a win and really, really playing it hard, but the Bulls came in strong. They really, really came in strong and put them to the sword. So yeah, don't don't sleep on a lot of these teams. Do not sleep. There's a reason why they're in the Champions Cup. They are not to be slept on, and they will take you from behind, as Stade Francais quite obviously have felt. We then had one of my favorite games from Saturday, which was Northampton versus Munster. This was a back-to-back, end-to-end game. Ridiculous play. Seabrook played out of his socks, really, really telling the management to say, look, you better play me. So obviously he's taking advantage of the Saints being slightly weaker. And yeah, what a bloody performance that he put in. So Seabrook got a hat trick of tries. Langdon and Ram both got tries as well. Converted 3 conversions through Smith and then a penalty from Smith as well. Munster coming with 2 tries from Nash, 2 tries from Kilgallen, then 3 conversions via Crowley, and then 2 penalties from Crowley as well. Again, putting his name in the hat for that island number 10 spot, which is he's fighting for his life with that one, because Sam Prendergast, he's playing well, and that's his biggest competition right now. I mean, who would have thought it would have been Prendergast that's challenging Crowley? I could have like everyone was saying, like Frowley and Crowley as well. But yeah, Prendergast, he's making moves, and Crowley had better be scared. So Crowley's trying to play his socks off, which he's doing. He is doing very well, but Prendergast is he is something next level. Clermont versus Bristol Bears. This one I only managed to catch the highlights. It's pretty good. Tries coming from Newsom, 2 for Raka, penalty try in the 77th, and then I never pronounced this guy's name right. KT Seite on the 87th minute. Like, how ridiculous is that? The 87th minute. And something that's all it takes to really, really make a difference. To be that deciding try. As we can well see. So two conversions from below, and Urda Pileta on the 88th minute, he converted that, which when you think about points wise, yeah, that was a that was a bit of a tight one, especially considering Marmion, he scored a try on the 78th minute. Yeah, and then you do the math. You do the math, and then you see just how close Clermont was from having that big W in front of their name to a big L. So Bristol got a penalty try, one from Dunn, Heward. So Heward got one, Marmion got one on the 78th minute, and 2 conversions by Byrne. Strong game. That one ended off. That was a very exciting end to that game, you can say. So definitely one that I would say go back and watch. And it's definitely something I am going to go back and watch the full game, because I want to get, the full experience on it, and to kind of see exactly how everything really played down at the end of that game. But we move on. We got Benetton Rugby versus La Rochelle. Tight match. Benetton beating La Rochelle 32-25. Tries from Canoni, Bernasconi, conversions from Albernoth and Smith. And then we actually have quite a few penalties here. So Albernoth with 2 tries, and then Smith with 4 tries. Albernoth with 2 penalties, and then Smith with 4 penalties. This one was very relied on penalties. Like, wow. La Rochelle with tries from Noel and Kerbarlow. Kerbarlow got 2, 45th and 55th minute. Conversions from Hastoy and 2 penalties from Hastoy as well. So another game I only managed to catch highlights from, because honestly, for me, it was the Northampton and Munster game, and then the Leinster and Bath game. So talk about Leinster. Let's move on into them. This was an absolutely eye-opening game as to just how really good defensively Leinster can be at times, especially considering just how dominant Bath can be going forward. Let's take you through it. So Leinster beat Bath 47-21 with tries from Henshaw. He got 2. Conan got 1. Archius Sneyman got 2, which I'm really happy to see. Really, really happy to see. I believe Gary Ringrose with 1. Gibson Park with 1. Again, these are players that are vying for their positions to say, look, we deserve that number 1 spot. Personally, I do think Gibson Park is going to potentially make that that first call up for, to start the Six Nations within that 15. So and then conversions from Prendergast. We got 4 conversions. Byrne got 2, and then Bath 3 tries. So Barbary got 1, and then De Glanville got 2, 7th and 41st minute conversions. 3 conversions from Russell. Leinster are constantly showing just how dominant they can be, and why they're in that conversation for the best. Because I think the only team in the Champions Cup that has a better record than Leinster is Bordeaux. And look at the form that Bordeaux is playing. Leinster are very gritty. They're tough to beat. They score high, and it's just trying to figure them out. Because the moment you think, we have them ready. We have them figured out. Nienaber, he changes things up. That's what he does best. He knows how to manage his squad. He knows time management. He knows squad management like the back of his hand, which is why you can see South Africa won the 2019 World Cup, right, with the likes of him and Rassie Rasmus. Now, obviously, Rassie is continuing his work with the Springboks, but you look at what Nienaber is doing with Leinster. It's something special. It's something special, and he's getting the best out of these guys. And yeah, the world better watch out. Then we have the Harlequins versus Glasgow. 24/7. Harlequins putting it through. Tries from Cunningham South, Chisholm, Merley, three conversions from Smith, and a penalty from Smith as well. Glasgow, they only managed to get one try, and that's from actually Jordan, and he managed to convert it as well. The big news is obviously Sion Tuipalutu is injured. Depending on how long he's going to be injured for, we don't know. It just really all, it comes down to the information that we are provided. But we could potentially see him missing part or all of the Six Nations for Scotland, which is going to be a very big blow, and it's going to be, it's going to be a hard one. So it just comes down to his recovery, how bad the knock was, and hopefully for the best, because I want to see him play. I want to see the best Scotland side physically possible. And then we move on to Racing versus the Stormers. Racing beating the Stormers 31-22. Now, obviously, this is a game I did not manage to watch. So we're just going to have a brief run through of this. Racing 31 2 tries from Habosi, 2 tries from Spring, and then 1 try from Palu, with 3 conversions from Lagarek. Stormers, Fenter got 1, Yankees got 1, Thonison got 1, and then 2 conversions and a penalty from Mati. So hopefully, I'd love to know what you guys' thoughts were on that game, because I'm going to be watching the highlights of it. I just haven't managed to get around to it just yet, but we're gonna see. And then we have Bordeaux versus the Sharks. Ridiculous game. I did make a video on it, so please do check that out if you guys do want to see a full breakdown of that. But Penot with 6, Luku with 1, Boniface with 1, Mofana with 1, Ngimbu with 1, and then tries for the Sharks, Masuku with 1, Kunene with 1, and then Toulouse 80-12, just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So tries from Dupont, 2 tries from Dupont, Delibes 1, Miafau with 2, Capuozzo with 2, Marchand with 1, Flament with 2, Ramos with 1, Lebel with 1, and then 2 tries for Leicester, Van Poortvliet and Hurd. And then we have the Saracens 24-32, tries from the Saris, with 2 tries from Dan, 2 tries from Earl, and then conversions from Nazovsky, only 2. Castre, tries from Tukino, Seguret got 2, Chibuni got 1, conversions from Lebrun, and penalties from Lebrun. And then we have Sale Sharks. So Sharks beating Toulon 33-7, Roebuck with 2, Curry with 1, Rod with 1, O'Flaherty with 1, 3 conversions from Ford, and then a conversion from Dupria. Toulon only managing to get that 1 try, with Garbisi converting. So all in all, brilliant weekend of rugby. We are going to be now waiting for how everything's going to play out. Obviously, the big hitters were Toulon, Leinster, and Toulouse, Leinster, and Bordeaux. Can't wait to see them play more. It's going to be so good, especially now we're getting into the back end of the Champions Cup. We're going to see things getting tighter. The games are going to become much harder. I doubt we're going to see these kind of high scoring games again, because obviously the competition is going to be much stiffer, and the squads that are going to be put out are going to be much stronger. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I want to know what you guys thought about Bordeaux and Toulouse absolutely killing it. And it's not like they're weak teams. This is the Sharks and Leicester, right? What are your thoughts on the two games? So let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. And please like and subscribe as always. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.